There's something about a vintage snare drum that you cannot replicate with a modern snare drum. The vibe, the sound, the mojo per se of a vintage drum is really unique, hence why a lot of people are going after them. So let's say you came across a vintage snare drum and you're looking to get that ideal vintage snare drum sound, and you're having a difficult time doing so. Well, Tandem Drums just recently released their T-Towels, which helps you get that sound. And in this Snare Saturday video, you're gonna get to hear how they can affect 3 different vintage snare drums. For those of you who might be new or unfamiliar with the channel, hi, welcome. My name is Nick Costa and I am a drummer from Philly, PA. Now before we dive into this video, make sure you hit the subscribe button as well as the bell icon. That way you're notified of any additional content that I upload to the channel. Now, if you didn't get the chance to check out last week's Snare Saturday video, it was featuring the new Tandem Drum T-Towels. 2 different size T-Towels that were designed by Tandem Drums to help you get that T-Towel sound like you heard in recordings from the 60s. The difference, however, with these Tandem T-Towels is that they're made out of a micro suede material, and that's a correction from last week's video. Sorry about that. And these also have that patent pending connection that clips onto the top of any tension rod, just like the Tandem drops. So you never have to worry about these T-Towels moving or falling off the drum like you do traditional T-Towels that you have to put in place with either tape or a bunch of those butterfly clips. Now these Tandem T-Towels come in 2 different sizes, a 12-inch and a 16-inch. That way you have some different options to choose from, whether you are looking to get that T-Towel sound on your snare drum or even your toms. But since this is a Snare Saturday video, you're gonna hear these Tandem T-Towels on 3 different vintage snare drums, all from the 1960s. So let's talk about the specs of these 3 snare drums, starting with the 1960s Ludwig Acrolite. This is the one that you have seen in a few older Snare Saturday videos. It is a 5x14 aluminum shell with triple flange hoops on the top and the bottom. This drum is equipped with a Remo Ambassador X coated head on the top and an Ambassador snare side head on the bottom. Now the next snare drum is also from the 60s and is also from Ludwig, known as the older sibling of the Acrolite, even though it did come out after the Acrolite. It is a 1960s Ludwig Supraphonic, also known as the LM400. So this is a 5x14 chrome over aluminum shell with triple flange hoops on the top and the bottom, a Ludwig coated Ambassador on the top, and an Ambassador snare side on the bottom. So we have 2 metal snare drums, and both being iconic 60s snare drum sounds. Now the third and final drum is going to be a wood snare drum, and it is a 60s Ludwig Pioneer. Now this is a vintage 5x14 mahogany shell with triple flange hoops on the top and the bottom, and like all other Pioneers, it is a 6-lug drum rather than an 8 or a 10-lug drum. So what I'm going to do is play each drum, and you're going to hear them without any dampening, and then with different configurations of both Tandem T-Towels. Enough of me talking, let's dive in. So now that you had the chance to hear these 3 vintage drums through a few different configurations with the Tandem T-Towels, I'd love to know what you think of the Tandem T-Towels and which combination was your favorite. So make sure that you leave all of that in the comment section below. Now, if you are looking to get a set of Tandem T-Towels for yourself, I've put a link to Tandem's website in the description below. That way you can grab them as soon as they are available, which I'm pretty sure they are at the time of this video going live. Also, if you have any other additional questions on the Tandem T-Towels, the drums featured in this video, any of the other gear that I am using, or anything else, you can also leave that in the comment section as well, and I will try my best to answer them. Now, if you would like to check out last week's Snare Saturday video where I am demoing the Tandem T-Towels on 3 modern snare drums, I've put a link to that video in the description below. And if you would like to check out the videos showcasing each one of the drums in this video by themselves through a few different tunings, I've put links to all of those videos in the description as well. And if you'd like to see what this whole Snare Saturday series is all about, there's a link to the playlist in the description below, and I'll also have it come up right here to make it a little bit easier for you. Finally, if you enjoyed this video, please make sure that you give it a thumbs up. That not only makes it a little bit easier for others to find it, it is a free and easy way to support the channel. And that is it. Thank you so much for checking out this video on how to get the ultimate vintage snare drum sound using some Tandem T-Towels. And until next time, see you later.